exclusive Northeast Live visuals. It's a chaotic situation as the visuals suggest, and after this shootout there were rumors floating around and hundreds of people tried to converge in that area, and the Assam Rifles and other security forces present had a tough time in controlling the people from reaching the area. Tear gas shells were lobbed, and concertina wires were put on the ground, barbed wires were put on the ground trying to control the mob. This is the visual. We can see the Assam Rifles troopers, the security forces putting up barbed wires quickly to prevent the mob from advancing forward to the site of the encounter. And these are banners being put up by the Assam Rifles, by the security forces, saying that don't cross these lines, otherwise we'll have to use force. That has been categorically stated by the security forces, asking the people not to cross that particular line. So this is an extremely volatile situation going there, taking place, and this is in East Palel. Around the location is roughly around the village of Molnoy. Let me tell you, viewers, that this area, Molnoy village, around this Molnoy village there were Kuki, Meitei and Naga settlements, and sources are telling us that during the entire 4 months plus that the state have witnessed violence, there was relative calm in this particular area, of course due to the presence of the security forces. But that was not so this morning, when the villagers cited armed miscreants in that area. They have attacked this Molnoy village, was under attack. There was this shootout between the armed miscreants and the security forces who were present in that area, and now we are getting reports that one person has died and several others were wounded. An Assam Rifles officer has also received injuries on his hand. He has since been shifted to a hospital where his condition is currently stated to be stable. So once again an extremely volatile situation in the periphery area in Manipur, Priya.
WASBIR, 2 days back the situation turned volatile in Bishnupur, and again today massive firing taking place in KAKCHING. So situation is gradually again worsening in Manipur.
Absolutely, absolutely, Priya. 2 days ago, lots of people tried to march towards the area to reoccupy the houses from where they had fled. So that led to a flare-up in that area. The police had to use force. Tear gas shells were fired, and several people were injured. The Northeast Live camera person, video journalist, also sustained minor injuries in that scuffle on that occasion. And today from morning suddenly we find this heavy shootout. If we can hear the sound of the shootouts, if we can ask our producers to play the shots with ambience, let the viewers can gaze the extent of the shootout. Let's go back to those visuals. Well, viewers, the sounds of gunshots reverberated the hills in the East Palel area around Molnoy village. This is actually a warlike situation where heavily armed gunmen are firing at security forces, and hundreds of people trying to reach the spot. So this is a peculiar kind of a situation where there is a firing going on, and on the roads leading up to that area, the security forces are having a tough time controlling people who are extremely agitated, who are extremely angry, trying to move towards that location where the shootout is going on. So we can see Assam Rifles and the other security force personnel present trying to hastily put up barbed wire, trying to prevent a mob from heading towards those areas. So this is the periphery area. These are visuals, exclusive visuals on Northeast Live. So this is once again an extremely volatile situation, and this has broken the brief lull that Manipur had witnessed in the last couple of days. And already, let me tell you that the violence in Manipur started on the 3rd of May. It has completed more than 4 months now, and more than 160 people have died. Around 50,000 have been uprooted from their homes. Thousands of houses have been burned down. And when everybody thought that the situation was getting back to normal, there was some semblance of order in the state. This incident in the last 2 days, last 48 hours, we have seen the situation escalating. Now, whether people are trying to actually go on their own to reoccupy their homes, or whether they are being incited by certain forces who are trying to create problem, we don't know, because the Manipur government, as usual, is generally silent on this. Now, the Manipur police came up with a very rare tweet today saying that the shootout that is going on today in the East Palel area was not between two communities. It was not between the Kukis and the Meiteis, but it was between armed miscreants and the security forces. In fact, before this tweet, for several hours, Northeast Live has been saying just that this was a shootout between armed miscreants and the security forces, and that it was not a shootout between the Kukis or the Meiteis, that is the two communities clashing with each other. So now, in the absence of any statement or any press statement or press briefing by anybody in the Manipur government, whether it is the police or the state administration or the official spokespersons of the Manipur government, it is very difficult for the media to cover a developing story like this, because casualty figures, we have to depend on our sources. Now there are a lot of rumors floating around in the social media that have put the casualty figures higher, but we are now have to depend on our security sources who are saying that one person has died and several injured. And of course, we have the visuals of several of these injured in hospitals. We are going to play out the visuals of the injured in hospitals. If I can request our producers to play up those visuals of some of the injured people in hospitals. So these are shots. These are visuals of some of the injured people. We will not show all the visuals that we have. We will be very selective in showing the visuals just for ethical reasons. We will not show many of these visuals. But the point is, viewers, we'll go back to that heavy fighting that is going on with the security forces having a tough time to control the mob. They're wanting to go to the scene of the occurrence. We'll go back to those visuals where the heavy fighting is going on between the armed miscreants and the security forces. And after these visuals, we'll request Priya in the studio to carry on.
All right, WASBIR, thank you so much for all those details. All right, so on your screens are the Northeast Live exclusive visuals you can see. So situation is tense in KAKCHING, with hundreds of protesters looking to march towards Palel to express their opposition to violence in the area. And whatever information we are getting from the ground zero is that one person already lost his life and several injured. And one among injured is a Assam Rifle Jawan who is undergoing treatment at the hospital. Well, Northeast Live, our team of journalists, is right there giving you minute-to-minute updates. And on your screens are the Northeast Live exclusive visuals coming in from KAKCHING. Meanwhile, a day after the altercation at Phukak Chau Ikhai in Bishnupur, where the state had clamped Full curfew in 5 valley districts in apprehension of law and other violations. The Manipur government has now relaxed curfew timings in valley districts to facilitate the general public to purchase essential items including medicines and food. As per official notification, curfew has been relaxed from 5 a.m. to 6 p.m. for Imphal East, Imphal West and KAKCHING districts. Well, curfew relaxation in Thoubal district is from 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. while curfew relaxation for Bishnupur district is from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. At least 27 people were injured in the incident on Wednesday. Situation turned extremely volatile in Bishnupur district with hundreds of protesters gathering at Phokak Chau Ikhai trying to break barricades as they tried to march towards the inter-district border area of Torbung, Bangla. Well, the area turned into a virtual war zone with police and rapid action force personnel firing tear gas shells and smoke bombs to bring the situation under control.